nothing stronger than a woman who has rebuilt herself. So, with this, I like to introduce our motivational speaker, Miss
Yeah.
Sujwala Puttaganta. She is an authentic entrepreneur who has experience in establishing many progressively difficult startups that have since developed into viable business and brought about revolution in various areas, including healthcare, information technology, retail, and many others. She holds a Master of Science degree in International Business from Johns Hopkins University. She is also a reliable consultant and advisor for several business executives and government officials present in many countries. Today, she will disclose the secret formula for starting a business and essential knowledge for making a business more successful. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shruti. That was a big thing to make you guys successful. That's a big statement, Shruti. But anyway, good morning, everybody. Thank you. It's about 6:30 a.m. here, and it's very exciting. My champion, my hero, Sandhya, thank you for this opportunity. And COVI members and everyone who is attending this presentation. And Karthik, thank you for your technical skills. Let me start with my little story. I was 11-year-old. A man used to come to our home between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. to deliver milk and newspaper. You will know why I'm telling you this story in a few seconds. Who used to be late almost every morning, and my mom used to be frustrated and go bonkers because no one in India can start without coffee or tea. So I asked my mom one day, how much do you pay this guy? I'm talking in a much more better language, but I wasn't talking this well at time. So she said 15 rupees a month. I said, wow, that's a lot of money in 70s. So I said, can you pay me? I bring milk and newspaper home every day. She said, sure, you have to be here by 5:30 a.m. and I'll pay you 10 rupees. Look at that negotiation. I said, no, 15 rupees. Then she agreed and I started my business career at that point, I guess. So why I'm telling you this story, nobody made us as an entrepreneur, no book, no college, no academia made us an entrepreneur. We are born entrepreneurs, and there is reason why we are in this world. Now the challenge is, how do we handle to make our entrepreneurial dreams come true? To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. So how do we get there? You have to have guts to fail. And if you don't fail, you're not even trying. So we have to give ourselves everything that we have, time, talent, treasures. We will never see a U-Haul behind the hearse. We all know what this means. You can't take anything with you. Well, Egyptians tried, but what did they get? They got robbed. So we are at a point where we have to be very hungry to achieve our dreams. So the only way we can get there is by being hungry. Being hungry, that'll make us think. So to achieve all this, we have to have motivation. Motivation is pretty simple. Motivation is our drive to seek pleasure and to avoid pain. How do we measure? How do we measure the motivation? Two factors, ambition and accountability. These measures will produce based on productive and counterproductive people around you. Productive people, positive attitude. I want to do it. Today is my agenda, my MIT list. What is MIT list? Most important things in a day. I'm going to do this, 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 this. We go into workforce or in the office with this energy. Counterproductive. She can do, she or he might have a bad day and then comes to the workplace and showing and throwing their temper tantrums. So we have to avoid those. So the gentle and the generalized principle is emerge through emergency. The only way humans will evolve is through emergency. So these counterproductive people, fire them. That's my principle always. So another big thing is, I can guarantee you, we all got deceived by many people, either with the money or technology stealing or something or the other. We shouldn't keep those things inside us. Let's forgive and move on. Keeping those things, if you don't forgive, what happens? Every day it's like having a poison pill. If we don't forgive, we cannot move on. The main thing is forgive and move on. Trust me, if you see my resume, I have more failures than more success stories. So I rather fail and then achieve more on the success side. Of course, this is 10 to 100 ratio in the success. So I'm not complaining, but it's a good thing that happened that I failed in my life. Well, we all learn, and you have to learn ways in which you can begin to connect with the power you have within yourselves to handle these failures. As we all know, we live in a dominant culture that is designed to destroy your sense of self and your belief in self. It could be spouse, it could be bank, it could be political leader, police officer, race, gender, etc. Why I'm telling you, currently I'm in an industry where it's predominantly dominated, not predominantly, 99.9% is driven by men, which is construction business. And on top of it, I am immigrant, I'm brown, I'm woman, and it's construction business. With all this, how do I do? How do I get to my projects? How am I doing? I play like a rugby game. I go, I fall down, I get up, I beat up and keep going. That's the only way we can do. Play your game like rugby. That's my motto. Every morning I say, get up, go, get up, go. So with all this, I have 5 takeaways with what I'm presenting with my experience. And I really want you guys to try at least 2 things for next 60 days. Like meditate 5 minutes. We have to seek the spiritual path. Like Paulo Coelho said, when you desire something, universal energy will help you. The only way you can make universal energy to help you is you have to release your energy into the universe so that will balance your desires. Another thing I always learn, and I do this like religiously, diligently, every day, I try to read at least 30 to 45 minutes. Read a book every day, cover to cover, at least 1 book a month. Another main thing that I learned from Jewish people is spend 10% of your time every day on money management. What you did, how much you spent, how much did you put a spreadsheet, write down all the numbers, whether you are $1 million business or $100 million business. Even if your CFO is looking into your accounts, take a look at your accounts yourself. Do not trust anybody. This is the biggest lesson I learned in my life. Do not hand over things to people to handle your money. Do it yourself. Coming to your employees. One of my aunts said, she's a pathology, she ran a big lab. I agree and I disagree, but most of the time it did correlate with my experience. She always said, employees are your biggest enemies. I'm not saying this can be in your case, but in general, I'm saying this. So, but follow this Warren Buffett's rules. 60, 20, 20. What is that? 60 is your high performers, productive, extremely good, loyal people. Very hard to find, but you will find them. 20, put them the 20% on probation. The remaining 20%, every year, fire people. I learned, and trust me, this works very well. And my final thing, don't be afraid to do the right thing. Do the right thing. And one last thing, whatever you feel like saying, say it in a positive attitude, compliment people, don't be shy, with a smiley face. And thank you all. And I hope this is good sharing my experience. And I've been in business since 97, getting old, but we'll get there. Any questions, please?
Very good,
Highly
ma'am.
inspiring, ma'am.
Really,
Highly
really
inspiring.
inspiring. Ma'am, you would really find for women a business in constructing buildings or business in construction, you really find it's difficult for women?
Absolutely. Go with a hard hat onto the site. They look at you like this. What can she do? Lean, mean, 100-pound woman. It's all muscle power. They think of muscle power, not the brain power. But we women have the brain power.
Very well said. Very well said, ma'am.
So with this, any other questions?
Well, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for coming
Pleasure,
and
ma'am.
inspiring us.
It's our pleasure to have you and learn the 60-20-20 rule.
Excuse me?
Today we learned the 60-20-20 rule. It's such a noted rule that it's a lifetime rule for me now. Thank you for this.
So with this, we move forward. So Karthik, can you please play the video for Startup India beneficiary? And with this, I'd like to introduce Ms. Apurva Maheshwari. She is the founder of Maheshwari Craft. She will share her memory of the lessons and learning she gained throughout her tenure as the founder of Maheshwari.